Well, I hope my internet holds up with me because, like I was telling Jen earlier, my new laptop does not have an Ethernet port, so I'm not currently plugged into my laptop. So
don't worry, guys. If I have to host, I got my pictures from Europe right here. There's 400 of them, and I got lots of stories. So Nicole can grab out her old laptop. It'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We'll be just fine. Yes.
I hope so, because but yeah, so we are here. Ooh, Izzy's here, and she has
Alicia's
a campaign. And Alicia's here. Hi.
Oh, I know. I'm so scared for your campaign to come true. I will make your dream happen, but I'm not going to lie that it's probably going to scare me the whole time.
I bought it for you, so
I know, but
it's not like you're wasting money. You just literally waste like 40 minutes of your life.
Oh, that's all it is? Okay.
Yeah,
that seems less terrifying.
Yeah. Hi. Lisa, hi.
Hello, everyone.
Dick Fight Island must be a book club pick.
So is that going to be the first pick of the year 2022 when we actually have available slots?
I know, when we have available time. We must discuss. Okay, so let's hold on. Let me pull up my camera here, or not my camera, my calendar. There we go. So we do have availability on the 30th, just so you're aware.
I mean, you were the one that said you don't want to do back to back to back to back to back live streams. So
I would do it for Dick Fight Island.
Bonus book club. Should it be Saturday night at 9 p.m.?
It might have to be because explicit content.
Book club after dark series.
Yes! Oh my God, Jen, you just discovered something amazing.
Spine Breakers have already done it. They do an after dark where they read erotica, short story erotica, horror erotica.
I love that. We should totally
do it once a month. Another live stream for you, Nicole. You're welcome. We're always talking about doing a book club after dark, so.
After dark. Bianca's here. Hi, how are you?
And Bianca, you're back.
I know you were. It's been a few live streams. Yes. Book club after dark. Yes.
I just remember you had posted something on your Facebook, Nicole, and she responded to it, and it was like a cliffhanger with how it's one of those like autofill things. I'm like, Bianca, you must finish this sentence. I need answers. I can't remember specifically what it was, but it was good times.
Like, I need to know. So yeah, it's very, very explicit sexual content manga.
All right then. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Christine. Yeah, so we're gonna plan that, make that happen. Making Jen read Dick Fight Island. I've been MIA. It's okay. We missed you.
Life happens. Let me just tell you, it's 117 degrees right now. Legit. I saw 120 degrees today. It was 100 degrees before I think 9 a.m. I was just like, this is hell.
I was driving to work at 6:30 this morning and it was 93 degrees.
Oh yeah, they said on the news that we didn't get below 90 between yesterday and today, and they don't expect it to go below 90 until like next week. That's Arizona, friends. Come visit.
We have 3 fires burning in our state right now.
Oh yeah.
Our state is literally on fire. Make a group. Yes. Okay, I will. I'm so excited.
Nicole's just like, it's happening.
So excited. It's like you live in a desert or something. I know. Or something. It doesn't have to be this extreme. I'm like, calm down.
I was like, last year we broke pretty much every record. 2021 it's not a competition. All right. Let 2020 win and just give us some rain, some lower temperatures. Please.
We desperately need some rain. It's like that here. They want to keep the AC at 78, 82, 85 if we sleep. And when we leave. Yeah, I keep my AC when we're not home. It's like 85. And then when we're home, it gets down to like 80.
We keep it at 76 for most of the day. That's new. Usually it used to be like 78, but we got a new AC unit so we can do some more efficient cooling. But between the hours of 3 and 8, it's hell. So.
Yeah, because she doesn't have her AC on at all between the hours of 3 and 8.
Which is why I'm in my relaxed clothing and I'm drinking water. So for the foreseeable future, Jen will not be having libations during our live stream. That's probably not true. Next week's gonna roll around and I'm like, let's
be honest.
Really? Oh, 85 when you sleep? No.
Yeah,
no, ma'am.
no, can't do that. You keep yours at 68? Now that just is cold to me.
68?
Yeah.
What are your electric bills? Oh my gosh. That was honestly, my dad does this. He keeps his AC at 68 degrees and his electric bills are like $400 or $500.
That's a lot. Although
I can't afford that. Nope.
It's comfort over death. There's the only two options.
We can't afford that. Literally cannot.
True. All right, so shall we begin tangenting? Let's talk about the book for a hot second.
Let's take a tangent. The crack's fine. So let's start with, what did everybody rate it? What did we rate this book?
I gave it 4 stars. It was a solid start.
Give it a 3.
3. Okay, yeah, I was thinking 4 as well. It's not like we're biased or anything. I know we read a lot of another author, on this
Bree.
In this book club. I know, but it just cannot. It can't compare. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I will check back in if you. Okay.
Oh, okay. See you soon, Bianca.
I like this book. Bought 3 others in the series. Honestly, this is what got me. I really love the cover. The cover is so cute.
And we met Hector. Hector's the name of the dog. I think he's probably one of my favorite characters.
And I personally like cozies with dogs. Okay, we got 4 stars. 4 stars. 4 stars. 4 to 5, but I didn't finish the last chapter. Okay, all right. So solid. I thought it was a solid start to a series. So yeah, we're in Scotland. I'm automatically buying it. That is just me. And this is super cute. And there's a dog. So that's already 3 stars before I even start the book.
It's like you have to be real garbage to go down from there. So 3 is at least, you got to start at 3.
Like I said, it's a solid start. Obviously, we're introducing a lot of characters. We're introducing, Delaney, all the people that she's going to be working with in Scotland, and this bookshop that she's going to be working in. And so what I kind of thought was odd is that we didn't get a murder until chapter 8. Usually 100%. In cozies, it happens chapter 2, chapter 3 at the latest. So it did definitely start off kind of slow, but again, introducing those characters in the situation and all that jazz. Did anybody have a favorite character?
I want to say it was the older couple, Elias and what is it,
the
Aggie?
Cab driver. Yeah, I think I remembered them the most. Yeah.
I think there's 5 books in this series.
Oh no, I think there's like 7 or 8.
Is there? Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me go read it.
Maybe I only have 5, so that's probably what I was thinking.
Yeah, you only have you actually have the first 4. Because you stop at the Loch Ness Papers, right? That's book 4.
Yes. Yep.
So I know that there's at least 2 more after that, but I can't remember if they're out yet because there's one like the stolen letter and there's something else. I'll get here eventually.
I didn't mind the backstory either. I was just like
7.
It's just unusual.
7, and that's coming out April 22. So that's a little bit a ways.
So 7. Cool.
Yeah, I will say honestly, reading this book got to about halfway through, and I always think about what my rating is throughout the book, and it was honestly a 3-star read for that first chunk of the book. Because I'm like, I had to keep reminding myself. I'm like, okay, name the characters, name the main characters. We can't have this happen like the Study of Scarlet or the Witchling, where we're like, who?
Where we don't even know the main characters. Why there was no murder until chapter 8?
Yeah. I mean, there was almost murder.
Yeah.
Someone got hit by a bus?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, so this was a story of Delaney relocating to a whole new place, so they had to set up the whole move and everything there.
And there was a little bit of a spiritual factor that I wasn't anticipating, like her being able to hear the books, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah,
but
just that little layer of supernatural there.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I like that too. I like paranormal cozies, and even some of the other characters. They're like, you might see a ghost or two, and I'm just like, give me the ghosts. Let's do it.
Ghost.
We have a cab driver was the favorite. Yeah, Elias.
I had to finally write down his name. Hamlet. It was probably like 3 chapters from the end before I actually wrote it down because I kept forgetting to.
I didn't realize Hamlet was so young. He was 19. I thought he was at least in his 20s. Like he could have been the love interest because they worked together. I was like, oh, he's 19.
Was anybody else like crazy nervous that it was going to be Hamlet? Like once they went to the play and it's like, that wasn't his character. I was like, no, I liked you so much.
Yeah, I was worried it was going to be Hamlet, definitely.
That's your red herring.
Hey, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. I thought it was Rosie for the longest time. I was like, she did it.
No, because I did suspect Rosie. Well, we didn't meet that many people, so I was just like, all right, who do we know? And I was like, we have his like secret society. So you have what, Burke and Monroe?
Oh, Monroe. Yeah, I was just like.
And then you have maybe that Geneva. That name sounds familiar. Or Genevieve.
Yeah.
That was Edwin's. Edwin?
Edwin. Yep. Yeah, the shop owner. I remember.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
I was like, Edwin? Edward? I don't understand.
Edwin, you got it.
That was his friend. And yeah, Monroe. When we first meet Monroe, they come into the auction and he has like this black eye. I was like, a murder hasn't even happened and I already think you did it. Already, I think you did it. I want to hear books. You want to hear the books that are in the series? Or
just hear books when you're near them.
Just walk around.
Like the main, our protagonist here.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks for being there.
And Shannon just sneaking in. Hey, Shannon.
Shannon's like, it's Edwin.
I was like, I know she read this book. I know because I saw her post a couple days ago that she finished it. And I was like, ha. I have a wrench.
Hey, I have a wrench.
Okay, now I'm worried that you've committed a murder.
I know. It was Shannon with a wrench in the live stream.
Yeah.
I liked the audio too. The narrator was really good with the accent, the Scottish brogue.
Yes.
There were a couple times where I was just like, oh, wait a minute, she is talking because it's Delaney from Kansas. You can't just say Delaney. It's Delaney from Kansas. And so it's just like I would hear her and I'd be fine with it. And then I'd start to hear like the male brogue. And she did so well with that because I was just like, wait a minute. Is this a different narrator? Is it someone new? And I was like, no, they had the same lady. I'm like, she does such a good job. It was crazy.
Like going back and forth between when Delaney was talking to another character, that was really cool. I was like, how can you go back and forth like that?
I'd be so confused.
Character card and yes, finally read the book. Just found the killer. Awesome.
Woo!
I've read most in the series.
Nice.
I do want to continue. I want to continue on with the series.
Yep.
Oh, I mean a wrench. Oh, yes, you are. You can do stuff in the chat. You can do stuff. I was like, what are you talking about? A wrench? Because I can't see the wrench in StreamYard, but I can see it when I look at YouTube. I will finish the last tidbits later. Okay, well, at least you know who their killer is. So.
Yeah, done did it.
I wanted more ghosts too. I was excited about the supernatural. Yeah, and
maybe
it
we'll
was.
get it.
It's the best place to visit. There was a line where they said that once you go to Scotland, like you'll never want to leave. 100% accurate. I was sick one day and then I went to the Highlands for about 3 days and I did not want to leave. I wanted to stay in Edinburgh and just see it all. So yes.
Did you happen to find any stones?
Stones? No. To go through?
Yes.
Or some Highland rogue that you just happened into.
Yes.
I honestly was on the second I got off the train because we went from the train from London to Edinburgh. it was immediate lookout for a man in a kilt. Like, it was my life goal. I didn't even have to leave the train station, and I saw someone. I was like, hi.
Scoping those knees.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that Delaney even mentioned that in one point. She was just like noticing Tom's calves, and I was like, forget the calves. Look at his kneecaps.
Well, she was trying to keep her eyes on his face instead of on his knees and calves. I'm like, I know, I understand, girl, I understand. I didn't know I had a thing for kneecaps until Jamie Fraser like knelt down in Outlander. I had no idea about this about myself. No idea.
You did. So Toad came out of the blue for me. I had no idea.
I seriously thought it was Rosie. And then Monroe. I kept going back and forth between Rosie and Monroe. I thought it was Hamlet for half a second. I'm like, no.
Yeah, he became a high suspect when it didn't look good for him. But I had like no suspects in this one. I probably should have suspected everybody. Hector could have done it for all I knew. He looked too cute. She kept saying that he looked like a scarf. I was like, he could easily do it. Nobody would know that he was there.
Nobody would know. So why do some people have blue thingies by their names? Okay, so when people have blue thingies by their names, it means that they're a moderator on my channel and they can do some things in the chat. Like if it gets crazy, like it did last time, they can block and hide stuff and block people who are getting crazy in the chat. So that's why some people have blue things by their names.
Please don't get crazy in the chat. Please don't end us like last week. That was not fun. I was on a roll with all of those.
I will say, at least it happened at the end because guess had no clue. Honestly, I didn't either. I want to hear books talk to me.
Right. Yep.
Honestly, I feel like it would get annoying though.
Yeah, wouldn't that get overwhelming? Especially working in a bookstore. Like, wouldn't there be unread books or books that are hardly ever
in my house? I feel like I would go insane.
Right.
You would have.
Hey, you've had me for 3 years.
Which one of you? There's so many.
I will get to you. They would talk back. Oh no, I can't even stand my husband when he talks back to me. Scotland must need signs at all the standing stones. Do not lean on these.
Probably.
Don't tell me what to do. Give me my Highlander.
Although I don't know if I would want to go back. I really do love, hot and running water. So
that's true. Indoor plumbing is a big thing for me.
Yeah. That's something always like glossed over on Regency. Like, they might mention that they need necessary requirements, something like that. But the dirty details are never.
They're never there. They're never there in the romances. It's all about the love and the banging. Right, yes. It's not like he had to get up in the middle of the night to use the chamber pot. Like no.
Right next to their beloved.
Right next to their, the bed to which they had coitus. Like. Totally yes on the talking books. I wish they worked with that more. I was worried when she lost it for a second.
Yeah.
She lost it for like half a second. I was like, oh, was this it?
I'd be like, I need this to come back.
They were directing to Hamlet so much. I knew it wasn't him. Yeah. The red herring, when you kind of focus on one character, especially if either the main character or one of the inspectors or the police think this person did. I was like, they didn't do it.
The inspector that popped out of nowhere, he's like, hey, Delaney. I was like, it's 11 o'clock at night. Get out of here, you fool. And she's like, can we go somewhere to talk? And I was like, no, nobody knows where you're at. And then Agnes and Elias had no idea. They were just sleeping away. They were so cute though. It was about that time where I was like, these guys are my favorite. Because he goes, we went to bed at 11 and you weren't even home. Like, we were really worried about you. And I go, I was worried about you worrying about her.
I was worried that you would get worried about her. But they were so cute. I really liked them. They were so cute. When they had an argument, I thought it was Hamlet. We didn't get crazy. It was strangers. No, I know, not you. It was strangers. It wasn't anybody that we knew. I highlighted that somewhere.
You must have commented as something aligned.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that. And the unread books being sad and talking up.
That didn't even come into my mind.
I'm going to give you spoilers if you don't read me.
I know. Like this person dies. Might come in handy when you're looking for a particular book, though.
Like, go to your bookshelves being like, all right, this is what I'm in the mood for. Present yourself to me.
2022 is open, question mark?
Yeah, there was a question about that. Oh, for more series.
Oh,
I guess it is 2021. Oh my God, why did I think it was 2020 for a second?
Halfway through, also.
Oh my God.
Who told it can be June already? Like, I didn't give it permission.
I was like, can we just skip right to September because it's hot and I'm ready for it to not be summer.
Yeah.
It's not even technically summer yet.
It's not even summer. Necessary requirements.
I
Great
love
way
that
to
one
say it.
Yeah.
Modern medicine, indoor plumbing. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm behind. So when you're reading this, I know I'm watching it 2 times speed and it catches up. What happens? What happened last week? Oh, we had some very heavy spammers just saying it was bad. It was so bad. Usually it's like 1 or 2 comments, but they was coming like 5 comments at once. I'm like, holy crap.
From like 17 different accounts. It was crazy. It's the first time I'd witnessed it, but I guess it happens occasionally.
It does. It happens sometimes. I'm starting to see the mid-year. Honestly, I'm not ready for that either. Mid-year is July 2nd. That's the exact middle of the year. And I will not be doing the mid-year freakout tag until then. So
I'm actually ahead of schedule with my 100 books. I think it's like you're 7 books ahead of schedule. I was like, hooray.
How's everybody doing with their reading goals, by the way?
I'm not sure. I haven't mastered the Storygraph reading challenge yet to see like where it's like, you know, if it's tracking me or not. So I just have to go on my previous reads and just count them for the year.
Oh.
I know there's probably a better way, but
Yeah, I mean, I like Storygraph in that you can kind of create your own challenges. Like I created one for the Hoathon, and there's a bunch of other challenges for like the Percy Jackson read along that we're doing. And then, so I just like that it's more interactive on Storygraph, but Goodreads definitely has like, you know, that specific, you know, yearly challenge. They have that in the bag, you know?
Yeah.
I'm at 52 of 100 for the year. Nice. I do technically want to have a goal of beating last year, but if I can read 100 books, I consider it a win. Triple digits.
I don't know what I'm on right now. I don't know what my reading.
Are we talking like we're underwater now that you're real time, Bianca? I have to ask. Because I've done podcasts before where I listen to.
How are you listening to 2 times speed on a live? That's so strange.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that either.
Well, she went back to the beginning.
I could try to talk faster. Oh, yeah. Okay, because she left and then read for a little bit and then came back. Got it.
Yep.
I'm caught up. Some parts of the country need our slightly warmer summer. Honestly,
I'll give it to you. I'll give you 10 of our degrees and we'll still be over 100.
And I would like some rain from other parts of the country, please.
Yeah, you guys send us your rain or snow. I'll take snow in summer. That's fine. And we'll just send you our heat.
I'll try and send it that way. It's been,
thanks, Darren. Thanks.
97 for the year. Awesome. I'm at 159. When I finally update this book, it'll be 160.
It's too many.
I'm on track. I'm on track to be reading a book a day, though. I'm very excited about that.
Awesome.
That is exciting.
I did read but I read a book a day. Nice. I haven't got Storygraph yet.
I haven't either. I want to, but I feel like it's just another social media thing, and I'm like, I already have too many of them. I already get way behind on all of them, so.
Well, if you're like me and you just have no friends on there, it's not social at all. So it's just a track. It's just a tracking book.
You checking your stuff.
I might have to do that then. Just secretly sneak on.
Aaron, I'll have to find you on Storygraph. But I wish their community function was a little bit better.
Yeah, it's really not very intuitive on the community side.
Yeah. 100 books.
I read 100 books. Nice. I want to reach 100, but I don't like disappointment. Same. My goal on Goodreads is 100, but I always do between 175 and 200. I can't handle that. That's why I will not put it above. Like, what am I at right now? 200. I cannot. I will not put it above that because I wouldn't. the anxiety of it being like, you're this many books behind schedule. I'm like, get out, Goodreads.
Like, get out of my life, you ruiner.
You're in between. How many books do you have currently reading right now, Alicia?
I have 0 books. I'm proud of myself. I got caught all up.
Nice work.
I was going to try and read all 4 of these, to be 100% honest, but because there were 4 of them on Hoopla. But then I started reading a Duke. Oh, what is it called? It's the one by Evie Dunmore. A Duke of One's Own. No, that's a Rogue of One's Own. Bringing Down the Duke is the first one. And then I had a Rogue of One's Own.
I saw the cover in my head. I saw it.
Sorry.
I paused it for the audiobooks when it came back. Gotcha. I figured that out. No friends, just tracking. I do like that they do the graphs, though. I like that. Story graph. I like it.
Yep.
But that's kind of with all my socials. Okay, we will send Snow. Thank you. Thank you.
160. Oh, damn.
So I just looked at it. I'm at 44, but my goal is 75. So I'm taking a very relaxed approach to the year.
I mean, you did move, so you're allowed that.
Yes.
Jen just like, we'll allow it.
Next year, we're going to have to hit some higher goals.
Pick it up next year, but this year we'll allow it.
I mean, if you follow all of our live streams, when Julie's new book series hits, we're going to have a couple double weeks to just like get on top of all of those.
The speed she can write books is just, it's so intimidating. It's like, why am I even trying? But no. Still, keep trying, everyone. If you're an aspiring author, keep trying. Keep going.
Keep trying. It's like, how can I read your backlist and also read the books that you're currently coming out with? Like, slow down, please.
She had a hiatus between like April and June. All right. So July is when we start back up again. Yeah. You know, get as many of them as you can in the next 14 days. And then just know you're booked for the rest of the year.
And Shannon, how many books are you currently reading right now?
Oh my gosh, probably. Let's take a guess. I'm going to say 32.
32. Okay. Because I think the last time she updated, she was at 31, I think.
I think so. Yeah. But I know that she also wanted to start a few of them. So I'm like, maybe there's bump it up one just to see.
That's true. That's true. So
37 are so far off.
Oh.
I wanted to say 36, but I was just like, that seems too high. I should have gone with my gut.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. So Alicia's currently reading 4. Not terrible.
Ooh, that's probably my highest. That's my max at one time.
Ooh, 76. Yay! I finished The Geek Girl's Guide for Justice.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I'm trying to take on my physical unread books and giving away, selling, trading.
I did that too. Let me just tell you guys, I had 4 boxes of books. I didn't even tell you, Nicole, because I knew that you would judge me for this. But I went to Goodwill, no, not Goodwill, Bookman's with 4 boxes of books. I came home with 3 of them. I want everyone to guess real fast how much they thought I got in store credit.
112.
120.
Aaron's closer.
Aaron's closer. First of all, why didn't you bring these books to me so I can go through them?
You already own them, and you told me to get rid of 14 of them. You told me to get rid of all of the Laura K. Hamilton ones from the Anita Blake series, so those ones took a hike.
I did say that. I gave up on that series, book 6.
I only read the first one. It was fine enough, but it wasn't anything worth continuing.
Honestly, the love triangle will drive you nuts, and then you will want...
Well, is it just a triangle? Lane got to like book 12, I think, or something, and they said that it just became a harem. It
became a harem, but it was the main character sleeping with every single one of these people.
I think so. I think.
I might continue then.
Maybe they were exaggerating.
Oh man,
I'll trust Lane. I might continue if it becomes a reverse harem.
I mean, you said it was really dark though, so I was just like, I have too much on my bookshelf to put that into my life. So I don't know. Maybe I'll it's on the library. So worst case scenario, we hit the library.
She doesn't just write; she writes 100%. I don't know if y'all seen her, like she posts her like writing updates. Like she has like this whiteboard of all her, like, she's so organized. I'm like, that's how you do it. You stay organized on top of your goals. I'm such a pantser and she's a plotter. So that's why she's so good.
Well, and then she's been posting on Instagram. Well, I think it's probably on Facebook. I just caught up on Instagram today, though, where it's telling like her writing style. So it's just like she's taking her kids all these places, and then while she's sitting in the car waiting for them, she's writing. And I'm like, that's genius. I mean, that's kind of what you got to do. Just write where you can. I can't string a sentence together to save my life, so
you got it.
I'll just leave it to you guys.
I'm saying 29. You were close. Way off. Went to the library and got more books, got down to 31. I thought you got down to 31. I remember reading, or not reading. Did I read that or did I watch you say that? I don't know. I seen it somewhere. How many pre-orders are we behind on now?
Okay, so everyone, for her indie series, you can pre-order the first 3 books on Kindle. The physical copies are a little bit later down the line, if not closer to that date. So heads up. So
then you can pre-order those 3. Then you can pre-order the new of the cider shop, and then you can pre-order Partners in Lime.
Yeah.
And then you can pre-order Christmas Tree Farm. So that's a lot of pre-orders.
Oh, and I think you can probably start pre-ordering the Harlequin ones for later in the year. So you have Cider Shop Rules, which will come out July 27th, Partners in Lime, which is August 31st, Burden of Poof, September 15th. Oh, also in September is her Kentucky Crime Ring, which is the Harlequin one. That's 9/28. Slashing Through the Snow is 10/12. Stay Hidden, maybe the same day. 7 Deadly Sequins is 10/15. Oh my God, October is so busy.
October.
November, you have Beating the Rap, which is her 3rd book in the Cozy series. And I have Dangerous Abduction, which I know is her 4th in the Heartland Heroes, I think. But I'm not sure if that's the right title or if they're going to change that. And I'm not sure about the date. So get to stepping on those, friends.
So many. I can't even fathom. Yeah. I do agree. Bedtime stories count.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hey, Miss Bree, it is happening right now. What you drinking? I'm drinking the Truly. I'm drinking the Truly's Tropical Punch because I'm addicted to this. Honestly, I've gone through like 3 cases in the last 3 weeks. How many people do y'all follow? Because I feel on my socials and YouTube, I can't keep up with anything.
Is it terrible that I started deleting authors where I'm just like, once you start reposting things like Jay Kristoff and all of them, I was like, I like their books, but they post too often and then they start to bog down my stuff. And so I'm just like, I really just kind of scroll past you anyways. So I started to tell people goodbye.
On Twitter, it seems like I'm following a lot of people, and I am. It's like in the 2000s, and I have that many followers, but only like the same 4 people like my stuff. It's just us. It's just us in this group. That's it.
Pretty much. I feel like there's only about 20 or 30. Nah, that's not true. As I said, there's like 20 or 30 people that consistently post between friends and family, but I feel like it might be more than that because I follow a lot of book places too.
Sometimes I wish I could read one at a time. I mean, sometimes you feel like you're in the mood for something. I always feel like I need to have, an audiobook, an ebook, going or something. And I've been reading a lot of ebooks, especially for Hoathon.
I need to get into my ebooks again.
I guess I will
with the Dick Fight Island thing.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, I got it for the ebook because I can't even get it like a physical copy.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up in the other tab here after I heard you talking about that. I can look that up.
Yeah.
We got Aaron for After Dark.
Yeah. Aaron's going to join us for Dick Fight Island.
Oh, I'm sure Lane would join you for that one. So
yay!
There's a live stream for that one. Both of us will be there.
Yes.
Now we have to do it.
We have to. Lane's going to be there.
I'm real jealous about that.
Cider Shop went straight to Seaside Cafe because I need to read more of her writing. Honestly. Hey, Bree. I usually have 3 going, audio while doing stuff, physical before bed, Kindle at work. Thank you. I appreciate you, Bree.
More at work.
No judging.
We're way too busy.
No judging. This is a safe space.
It is.
I pre-ordered cider, lime, etc. months ago.
Same. I think it was like the beginning of the year, and I saw the partners in Lime. I'm like, hallelujah, pre-order.
As soon as I'm able to, I will. I'm like, yes. Thank you. I will. And I deserve it because, you know, my coworker is still not back to work.
It's been like forever.
I know.
You're like, we're just going to drink and not talk about that.
I'm just going to drink until my liver hurts. I think I'm going to go a big binge of muting.
You just have to eventually just start
curate your
muting
space.
feeds. But then, yeah, that's the thing I like is like muting people so then you can still like go and see them as you want. And like when you go to clean out, you're like, I haven't seen what this person's up to in a while. Hey.
You did hear that correctly. Dick Fight Island. We are having a special late night book club. And yes.
Are we going to do it on a Saturday? Is that the best day for everyone? We should probably plan that out now. I don't know why my eye keeps switching, so I apologize.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put, you know, us in a group message and we'll figure out
make it happen.
Best for everybody. I haven't been able to spend time on Instagram with other stuff going on, trying to touch base on Twitter every couple of days.
True.
You know, sometimes you just need a social media cleanse too. Like you just need to like, hi Charles.
Hey
Charles.
I feel like I do that where it's like it's either I'm on there once every day just to kind of keep up with everything, or it's like 5 days and then everyone gets like 30 likes for me and they're like, what? Well, Jen must have been off social media for a while. Accurate, guys. Accurate.
It's like you can tell when Jen has been off of social media because she'll go and like literally all your things from like the last 3 weeks.
Well, it's not my fault that they know. So for like you, and then I feel bad for Julie and Lindsey too, because she posts in like 4 different areas. And I like, because I love and I also hate that Instagram or Facebook will out of order based off of what you like the most. So like I'll get everything from Nicole on Facebook all at once and I'll be like, oh yeah, nice. But I'm not paying attention to the date. And then sometimes I'm just like, I hit like, and it's like 5 days ago and I'm going, well, it's 5 days ago, wasn't it? Yep. Sorry about that one. Don't want to unlike it because then I feel like an idiot.
At least it's not a year. So.
Exactly. I haven't gone that far back.
I've never.
Oh, Bianca, Nicole's got a list for you. She'll make you a baby steps into erotica list.
I do have a list. I'll make you a list. Bianca. Got you.
Bianca, beware. That's all I'm gonna say.
Beware.
Please categorize it for her in terms of scariness. Because there's some things that can go extreme. I love that you start putting trigger warnings on books because you started doing that with some of them and I was like, I was interested in this book and that right there is something that makes me not want to read it. Thank you.
I was doing it last year and then I don't know what it is. Like this year I kind of fell off the wagon doing it and I was like, you know what? There was some discourse going on, you know, with people picking up a new series and they're like, why haven't people been talking about triggers? And I'm just like, That's my bad. I have recommended this book to many of people and not telling them about the triggers, which that's my fault. I take responsibility. So I have been going back and fixing all my stuff. So
I appreciate it. Because there's quite a few of them where you either suggested it to me because you liked it and it was fine, but I was just like, I think if I asked you, there was one of them too recently that you had put in there and you were like, this is a trigger. So if this triggers you, don't read it. And I was about ready to be like, thank you for this because I'm not going to read it anymore. Like, would you suggest it to me now? And I feel like you would tell me no. So
What book was it?
I don't remember. It was on Goodreads. We had read it like a couple months ago. I would go on there, but you read too much. So
does your coworker ever work? This is a trend. She doesn't.
Nicole's just like, no.
She has had more time off this year than she has worked. Yes. That's what I've been doing. Social media cleanse. Oh, email. Don't
email declutter.
Email. Yeah. Okay, let's pull up Nicole's email.
It's like you see my work inbox.
I currently have 15,477 unread emails, and I will not touch it.
No. Get out of here, Nicole. Go into timeout and clear that out. You have to do 1,000 a day. I'm down to 2. I have 2 unread emails in my inbox. You got to get caught up, and then you stay caught up. Oh, no, we've lost Nicole.
We're losing her. All right, let's talk about the cracked spine. So Jen,
Oh,
so
Tangent.
favorite character voice.
Tangent. I will not touch that email. But yeah, let's tangent. It's been a while. Let's tangent. Let's talk about the cracked spine. We're only 40 minutes into this live stream, and we've literally only talked about
We talked about Tom's calves. Okay, that's the most important book. You know what? Let's do the second part of the book.
Is Tom the one she went on the date with?
Yes.
Okay.
He's the pub owner of Delaney's pub.
Yeah.
Yes.
The second best part of the book is when we found out that Hector had a little red bow in his hair, and I was like, that's the fucking cutest thing I've ever heard of in my whole life.
Oh my gosh. I honestly, and it's like, well, you see it on the cover here.
I know. I was prepared for it, but I loved when we first met Rosie, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she's got this nice little brown scarf," and then she's like, "The scarf moved," and I was like, "Oh, that must be Hector."
Oh, at least you got Dick Fight Island. Nice.
So it has to happen. We'll keep you guys posted on when that's coming up. Oh, I can't. I heard it.
Bianca,
It's coming up. Nope.
Don't. Niece. You're trying to email shame. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I won't touch it. You talking about the dog?
We have talked about several things. We've been talking about Alliance and is it Aggie?
The most important. Aggie was the wife, I thought.
Yeah. I loved her too. She was fun.
Priorities. Knees. Yes. Knees. In kilts. Yes.
100%. Oh, I was so for it. Every time they mentioned a man in a kilt. And I love that they kept bringing that up. Like Tom, like one day she saw him in jeans and he was just like, so this is a nice date. And he was like, yeah, but I was kind of expecting you in a kilt. And he was, I'm
she
like,
literally was like, where's the kilt?
There?
That was the first thing she said. She's like, where's the kilt? Like,
and then their next date, he brought it. It's awesome.
I actually thought the cast of characters in this book was great. Who didn't I like? I thought Edwin was kind of like, I mean, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's on another level, I feel like. He's just like, okay, I just let my sister have this first folio worth millions of dollars. And he's like, I'll probably regret it. But I was like, he was so like blasé about everything. And I'm like,
well, then at the end, where she's just like, oh, it's ruined. It's millions of dollars. And he's like, oh, things can be replaced. I was like, $1 million things? This man's not even alive anymore. This cannot be replaced.
I was like, I don't know if you know this, but William Shakespeare is no longer alive.
What? Brand new information.
And first folios, how she's like, there's only like 100 or something.
Yeah.
Like in existence that, you know, they're either in a museum or someone found one in their attic. I'm like, but yeah, Delaney even said, like, he was in this fear of someone who has so much money. They're like, oh, anything can be replaced kind of thing. You know, they just don't care about like the stuff like that.
Send him to Dick Island. Yeah. I hope he's the first one that dies. That's unbelievable.
Send him to. That's not really the point of Dick Fight Island, but it's fine.
I haven't read it yet, but I just put it out there. Hopefully, I don't know.
Dying is not really
so it's a different kind of fight.
It's a different kind of fight, and
I can't do that with both eyes.
The last one who comes wins. That is Dick Fight Island.
Go ahead and hide behind this girl.
I mean, do they really win? They're the last one to come. Do they really win?
I mean,
right by the rules, I guess, the contest rules, but you know,
contest rules and the rules of life, maybe not.
Because I mean, you don't win if you're first, right? Because then you have to sit out and watch the rest of it. Right?
Exactly. You can't be first.
You miss out on the fun. Oh my god! This is why I wear makeup, because my face is so red right now. Please hope that mom and dad aren't watching.
Oh my god!
We got Nicole Smoker Lap. It's a live stream, guys. Congratulations. Nicole. Like, him over.
Oh,
I can't do this. It's
All
too
right.
hot to laugh like that.
Okay. It's too hot to laugh like that. My back is sweating.
I was like, what is not sweating?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes, it's 111 still outside. It's not even 7, guys. Oof. Oh, that probably is. You can hear that. My bad.
Back to the tangent. Edwin was a bit aloof, but I think that was because I think we weren't supposed to find out too much for him.
True. I wonder if in further books we'll learn more about him, if he'll become more of a
I wouldn't be
sexual-
surprised if he has some kind of supernatural talent as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if he ends up being a ghost?
Oh, she'd see one or two in her time there.
They said you would see ghosts. I think he meant people over things. Yes, he definitely meant people. Like, people are more important over things, and that's true.
100%. Yep.
Oh
no, we lost Aaron. Oh, you're back.
and you're back.
I just had to sneeze. Sorry.
Okay.
I was like, oh my god. Internet. Yes, people are more important over things. I mean, $1 million first folio. I could probably, I don't know. I just think that's a lot of money. Like, to me, that's like an unfathomable amount of money. He's not alive. No. This is the second cozy I've read that about. Oh, what was the first one?
I think this is only my 3rd cozy mystery ever. Nope. What other ones have we read? So I've only read them with you. Okay, so in terms of like authors, let's group Julianne Lindsey in one. She's all of those.
You've technically read a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but by author. Then we did the Laura Childs one, which we won't even go there. No. This one, what other ones have we done? Have we done any other ones?
I don't know. I've read a lot more cozies.
I know, but like live, I think I've only read them through live streams, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, I've only read cozies through this book club. So.
I think those are it.
Okay.
I mean, all of the Julianne Lindsey, Bree Baker, Jacqueline Frost. Which other one am I missing? I missed Julie Chase. There we go.
So technically, with all of her author names, you've read a bunch of cozies.
True.
Why didn't a Shakespeare preservation group come for the folio?
I think they were hiding.
Maybe because they didn't know about it, because Edwin was just like, okay, I'm not telling you not to tell the police about this, but don't tell the police about this.
But don't tell the police.
Yeah, it was really
like, tell the police.
And I'm just, as soon as he said that, I was like, I'm not saying you killed your sister, but I think you killed your sister.
I was most suspicious of him probably throughout the whole thing. I'm just like, I don't know why he would kill his sister, but I have a feeling that he did.
I was just like, why is this, like, why? Like, obviously that's motivation. Like, someone's trying to get the folio and she had it. So keeping that away from the police, like, all of you could be arrested for obstruction of justice. I'm just saying. Are there any true... Okay, awesome. Are there any true winners for this competition? Whoever comes. Yes. They lost, but they won. This is why I wear makeup. I'm so glad I... Nice fun, Bianca. He said, oops. I know.
Yeah, oops.
My bad. Honestly, if we don't talk about something inappropriate, is it really book club? I don't know.
Nope.
Is it a bad time to ask anyone else who was wondering what was going on with the flesh market?
Weird.
Honestly, yeah, weird. I'm just like, flesh market? I'm sorry. You could name it something different. They're like, oh,
my mind went to that place.
Be like a butcher shop or whatever. And I'm like, people are thinking the wrong kind of flesh, my friend.
Yeah,
like, you're gonna get some interesting characters there.
It's like, did this take a hard turn into paranormal all of a sudden?
Are there vampires?
I mean,
of all the names.
All the names. All of the names.
Every time they said it, I was like, it still doesn't sound right. It still doesn't sound right. What is going to be on what? What is going to be off auction?
Delaney, well, you've come. They kept telling her, too, that it's just like, well, you are the only one that can be there. And I was just like, what is going to happen Delaney. Like, someone please know where she's at all times. Everyone in the crack spy knew where she was, but maybe they might be all in on it. And the way that they reacted to both Hamlet and Rosie when he was just like, yeah, I'm taking Delaney with me to the meeting or to the auction. And I was like, the way they're reacting is making me very nervous here.
Because also she did not know a bunch about this job before. She's like, oh yeah, I'm on my way. And so it's just like, okay, she took a suspicious job for book selling, and now she's at this flesh market, and there's going to be an auction. I was like, that's the setup for an erotic romance if I ever heard one.
Or Taken 4, whatever number they're on.
They're going to sell her. Just saying. Hopefully Tom will buy her. The first book I read with the first folio was Midsummers. Night's Mischief. There is a fly in here. How did you even get in here? Where have you been?
You need to get one of those electric fly swatters.
Oh, yes.
We have them because sometimes the mosquitoes get bad. Not terrible, knock on wood, but it's when we found, I think, a cricket in the house, and my dad like laid it on top of it because it's like a tennis racket. Zap! Nice. But it's awesome to be able to just like swing it through the air, and then you hear like, boop.
A cricket?
That thing could have lit up on fire.
I mean, I understand about mosquitoes. I understand. We have we have no alley like behind our house, you know, where like the dumpsters would typically go. Yep. So like we share a wall with we're on a corner. So we have like one here, one catty corner, and then one to our side. They all have pools. And so it's just like, oh, the mosquitoes are so bad. So bad.
I think Jack Ryan had got to this cricket first, so he was missing some legs. So it was nice to put it. Yes.
You put it out of his misery by electrocuting it. You should do a Discord for us, Nicole. If I was talented and could create a Discord, sure.
I was like, I don't even think I was like, I'm not sure what a Discord is. I hear you guys talking about it all the time, and I'm like,
yeah, it's like chat rooms essentially.
It's a Facebook Messenger. I can do that.
I can do Facebook Messenger.
Or Voxer. I was trying to think of what it was called. I was like, what is that we use?
Voxer. Oh yeah. I like Voxer. I wasn't suspicious of Edwin, but I was oddly suspicious of Delaney working towards figuring out the mystery, but not sharing the details she found out with Edwin. Honestly, he was keeping secrets. She was keeping secrets. I like how when she went to the police and she's like, I can't tell you this specific aspect of what I'm telling you, but just know this is what I heard. I can't tell you who told me. And I'm just like, you're literally admitting to obstruction of justice in a police station right now.
And he seemed fine with it too. He's like, all right, then I respect that.
He was like, all right.
I was really suspicious of Edwin because she kept saying like, I have like this weird feeling and I shouldn't tell him this information. I'm like, why do you have this weird feeling? Like, books can talk to you. Do they know something that we don't know? I'm very confused. So yeah,
she was very invested for having met these people for like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I was what was going down in the flesh market.
Oh, I like that.
You should write the erotic cozy version. Honestly, like her and Tom, his name is Tom, right?
Tom, yep.
Okay, her and Tom would be just banging it out, and when he's in a little fancy easy access, like after their first date. At least we got a kiss. We got a kiss in this book. With the way like progression this is going, we might get a sex scene by book 2 or 3.
We can only hope. We can
only
hope.
Julianne Lindsey.
Yeah.
Julianne Lindsey,
I know that you can't write these in some of your books, but if you wanted to put them in like your newsletter and just been like, here's what you've all been asking for, and just send it as an attachment and be like, this is what happens off the page, I'd read it. Do you want to start charging money for your email list to go ahead and put that together and out there?
She should do a Patreon. Where she can do erotic stuff like extra scenes from. I'm gonna message her. And
I was just like, we should bring this up to her on next week's live stream and just put her in a corner and be like, you have to do this.
Oh,
we have this idea.
Thank you for reminding me, Jen.
Yes. Next week we're going live and having a chat with Julianne Lindsey. So
are we wearing our crowns next week? I didn't know.
We totally can wear our crowns.
I'll wear a regular t-shirt, the Cozy Mystery one. I'll try not to sweat through
I
it. I had a Scottish t-shirt that I got for my Highland tour, and I was going to wear that, but it had sleeves, guys, and it's hot here, so.
I can't believe I'm wearing sleeves right now.
I'm judging you, but you're probably not wearing pants, and I am wearing shorts.
I'm not wearing pants. You're right.
There's a handoff there.
Aaron's like,
Aaron's like, I'm wearing both a shirt and pants.
I'm wearing shirt and pants.
I am wearing pajama pants though, so
that's all right. I am
all
wearing
right.
pajama shorts. So yeah, I mean, you have to. It's summer. It's hot.
But also with Julie and Lindsay's Cozy, her new indie series, it's indie published, so she can write it however the heck she wants.
True.
So she can
I
have
feel
some
like-
sex scenes in there if she loved us, she would. I'm not saying that to be manipulative. I'm just saying she could if she wanted to.
I think she's going to need to hook people, at least in the first few. I mean, she'll hook them anyways, but hook them into like the traditional cozy mystery. And then book 4 is when everything just like straight up. It was like, it's like a young adult, new adult version. You start the first 3 as a nice little young adult, and then bam, book 4 hits. We're going to go new adult. And then 5, bam, that's full on romance. And then 6 is just going to go completely out there, and it's going to happen, and it's just erotica. And it's like, where did this book come from? There was this murder?
They're not even trying to solve a murder. It's just them banging on every available surface. I'll read it. It's fine.
I mean, I'm not sure. She has plans for like the first 8 books, so maybe book 9 is when we get in there with all that other stuff.
Listen, I can't wait for book 9. Discord does have voice chat, but yeah, it's more like just like a text chat room.
Okay. Chats are awesome. Although sometimes I'm in a big group chat and I'm like, there's too many notifications and I don't know which one of these are important. It's like social media. I get behind. And if you're in a group chat with like 20 people and you get behind by one day, good luck. Good luck.
Good, Shannon. Our MVP. I'm a bit biased though because I type faster on my computer. Generally use Discord on the computer.
Got it.
Extra scenes. I'm gonna pitch it.
Patreon's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna pitch it. I type fast also. Yes!
That'd be awesome. All her cozy queens.
Cute. Yes.
Borders. Oh, that should be it. We need to come up with a tag, a hashtag. There we go. Ooh. That took too long to get there for not having any alcohol in my system, guys. I apologize on that one.
We're the supporter of the Cozy Queen.
Hashtag supporter of the Cozy Queen. But what are we going to do for our seaside mystery? Let's all think about some things.
Like hashtag?
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I was like, it got real quiet, guys.
Yeah.
I got to put me on the spot like that.
Because we don't have a lot of time. And we got to have this. I mean, I guess we do have 2 weeks.
No, we don't.
We'll make it happen. No, next week is our live stream with her. That we've already got that. Hashtag.
Oh, I thought you meant
of Cozy Queen.
That. Okay, got it. You meant for Live and Let Shy or Seaside Cafe. Okay, got it.
The whole Seaside Cafe series.
I'm caught up. I got it. I'm caught up. With social media and chat, I often
I have never been good at skimming though. I'm like, I can't skim. I don't know how.
I feel like it's a good time for me to just jump in.
Do you spend all day at the museum because you need to read everything about every exhibit? Yeah.
That's my husband. That is my husband.
I either look at the if it's an art museum, I'll either look at the picture and then just kind of keep it at that. But if I start reading like one, then I start reading all of them. Summer of Seaside. Yes.
Oh, there we go.
We got it. Summer of Seaside.
I love it.
Good one. Cafe cozies.
I mean, we could just use them all.
That's just
Seaside. I do like it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially I always get behind on Discord just because for some reason I have notifications turned on. It just will not. They will not push notifications to me from Discord. And so I don't know if people are talking. I mean, obviously people are talking, but I don't know. So I always forget about it. But I'm a little bit better just because, we have the Discord for Percy Jackson, which we changed the name to Uncle Rick's Read Along because we're reading obviously things other than Percy Jackson. But yeah. I'm getting a little bit better.
Got it.
I like Summer of Seaside, especially because then you admit needing the accent in cafe. Sure.
Yeah, because that accent will mess it up.
I always forget which way the accent goes.
For when I was creating those Facebook events, I had to be real careful because at first I forgot them and I was made like 3 of them and I'm like, fuck, now I've got to go back and like update literally all of these areas. I think I missed them in the descriptions, but I'm like, you know what? No, I think it was in the description. I don't know, wherever I put it.
I'm gonna go through my
Your post-its. Oh my gosh, let's tangent away. Speak to the
tangent away. Okay.
First post-it note. Hopefully it's about a kid. Sorry, is that too much to hope for?
It's literally just the prologue, and I'd be like, honestly, all you have to say, it's in Scotland, and I'd be on the first flight out. Like, she was talking about how, like, she didn't really ask all the appropriate questions. It's not like her. She usually is, like, taking notes, especially, you know, when it's, like, something new. You know, she wasn't, you know, doing her due diligence, because, you know, when you're having, especially a phone interview, when you're having an interview, it's a much of their interview as it is for your interview as well. So it's like she wasn't asking all the appropriate questions or whatever. And I was just like, you just have to tell me it's in Scotland and I will be there.
Accurate. Scotland is wonderful. If anyone ever gets the opportunity to go, steal it, take it, and then maybe don't give yourself a return trip home because you'll never want it.
Never want to come back.
Just, it's accurate.
I need a list of your book clubs, Nicole. Like, how is this one posted on Facebook? What about the other ones you do? This one is posted on Facebook because this is my baby. This is the creator. I am the creator of this book club. Jen runs the Facebook now that we have it's public, because we used to have a private Facebook for Who Picked This Book Club because it was just like our in real life friends. But then, you know, COVID happened. People, like, we weren't getting together, and we kind of just made our Wednesday live streams. We called it Who Picked This Buddy Read, but we just evolved it into Who Picked This Book Club. And so we made the account public, and then, you know, so Jen runs that now. So that's why we have a Facebook account for this book club. The other book clubs that I'm in, I don't necessarily run those clubs. Other people do. It's like for Swoon Sisters, Deja's not really on Facebook, so I don't want to make like a Facebook group without her input on it because it's not my club. It's her club. I was invited to co-host this club with her because it's her baby. So that is, I think that's the only other book club I'm in.
Well, you do a lot of like lives, so I know that you do. Well, and then you do your read-alongs.
Yeah, the read-along is not necessarily a book club. Once we're done with this series, Bree and I will hopefully do more lives together, but not, you know, like Percy Jackson or Uncle Rick related.
I mean,
we were thinking about, I mean, I don't want to post this out into the world, but we were thinking about doing something. It kind of came from, it was inspired by Percy Jackson and mythology. So we were thinking about doing something, but that was literally just a comment that I threw out, and it's not set in stone. So I don't want to put that in the universe right now. I will talk to Bree. Something might happen. Might.
So be on the lookout.
I'm
here for it. That was creepy. Right? Look at my eyes. That's weird. Sorry. It looked weird to me because my light is up here, so I do this, and then it like darkens my eyes. Yeah, it makes me look like I have like some crazy makeup on. I don't.
You have to do through a few post-it notes. I'm sure there's at least a few post-its dedicated to me. 100% there is.
All right, let's go to the second post-it note. Now that we're an hour and 3 minutes into this live.
This was mostly about Dick Fight Island, and
we were setting up book club after dark. Okay, we had our priorities. I just think it's so funny that we picked this book to read. Like for the last couple of weeks, we do pick one, and then we get on here and we basically just chat about random things, and then eventually we're like, "Oh yeah, we're supposed to be talking about a book." What if someone random just decided to come into the chat and be like, "Oh, I love this book. Let's see what they're talking about," and like Dick Fight Island. That's not the same book.
Really?
Be like,
we're cozy.
It's false advertising.
I know, they read the book and they're like, there was supposed to be dick fights in here.
Nobody came in here. No. They all lost. Well, I guess they're all still winning at this point.
If nobody came, they're all winners.
All right.
I mean,
True.
I don't think so, but sure.
At least on Paige, nobody came.
There you go.
Exactly. Because it's not allowed in Cozy Mysteries, and that's unfortunate.
Rude.
So my next post note is just basically how I love the name of the bookshop, the Cracked Spine. I love that. I just think that's so clever.
Honestly, when she was starting to describe like the area, it's very accurate. So she either visited, I think in her acknowledgments, I read that it was in front of everything instead of at the end. And she did visit. So she knew a lot of the areas.
I was like, I totally skipped over that.
But it was really cool because I was just like trying to mentally picture it. And I was like, I wasn't feeling well that day in Edinburgh, but I was like, yeah, I can kind of see that. And it's true. You can see the castle from pretty much anywhere in Edinburgh. It's awesome.
Cool.
Fun fact for you all.
Due to lack of dick fights. Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. I also have to say, when I pitched this, because we have a Book Dragons chat on Messenger, so I pitched this book for people to read. And then one of our book club members, she had asked if it's appropriate for 14 to 16-year-olds to read. I'm like, Laura, it's called Dick Fight Island. And she's like, oh, that dick. I thought you meant a bunch of Richards. Like, stop it. You did not mean a bunch of Richards. Dick Fight Island. Stop it.
I was like, my mind immediately. And then I know that our other friend was just like, as soon as she posted the pics, being like, as soon as she posted the picture, that's pretty much what I expected in my mind. Because you said just the title first, and you're like, well, this is the cover. So no.
I just literally responded with the picture of the cover. It's like, it's basically like what they do is like, because the object is not to come, correct? So they have armor surrounding their dicks. So that's just the picture. And so I was like, I just responded with the picture of the cover. I'm like, no.
And I think at that point I was like, I'm real scared about that. Like, I'm never going to read it. And then you even told me, you were like, Izzy's going to make you read this. Like, it was her life goal to have you read this. And I was like, oh no. And then you're like, check your Gmail. And I sent the little gif of Jim from The Office where he's just like, looks at his computer.
Yeah.
Very nervous. Very nervous for this.
Yeah. Okay. She's a married woman with 2 sets of twins. She knows what dick I was talking about.
She's met you before.
Yes. I thought it was in the acknowledgments were at the end.
It might be at the end for you guys. Mine was at the beginning. It was really weird.
Mine's at the beginning. Hold on.
Because I even remember like looking, because I was trying to look up who the spelling of something, and I'm like, why is this at the beginning? It's usually at the end.
Very beginning. But yeah, it's at the end. Oh, it's just an excerpt of the next book. That's at the end.
Yeah. I got excited thinking there was like recipes in there, and I'm like, I don't know what food we talked about, but yeah. Ebook. So the ebook might be out a little bit order yet.
Could be different. My next post-it note is just that Elias is so nice. But with my luck, that would not be my cab driver when I got to Scotland. Let's just say that. He would not.
Yeah.
I loved how she kept being like, I hope they talk slow because it's going to be hard for me to understand them. And I was just like, if you're jet lagged, accurate. No matter what country you're in, someone's starting to talk to you and you're just like, I need you to slow down. I know you're talking English, but it's not comprehending. I'm sorry.
I cannot. Instead of recipes, there could have been a puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been good.
That's right. I don't know if anybody follows Julia Lindsey on Facebook, but she does post some cozy mystery word searches.
Yeah. Well, didn't she post I didn't click on it, I'm sorry, but there was a puzzle for the Partners in Lime, or was that was that the word search? Okay.
Word search.
For some reason I thought it was a puzzle, and I was like, I'll get to this in a bit. But I'll like you for now so that you don't get behind in 5 days later.
You were iffy on the cab driver. Honestly, I was just like, there's nobody on planet Earth is this nice. So I was immediately suspicious.
Well, and then they kept asking her like, oh, I'll go with you to this location. And I was like, you're either being really nice or you done killed someone and you're trying to like not make it happen. But yeah, as soon as she was like, this guy goes in for the keys. Oh, you can come in real fast. I was like, if you go in there, you're gonna die. And then she sees the folio and she's like, I'm just walking right in. And I was like, that's not a good idea. Don't walk in anywhere. Oh
yeah, at the end where
Sorry to skip ahead all the posts.
That's fine. No, that's fine. But that's accurate. You know, she was smart. She's like, actually, I'm going to stay out here. But you're right. When she had eyes on the folio, she kind of just forgot her smarts for a second.
Got nervous.
Honestly, anybody except for the main character in a cozy is fair game as to who the killer could be. And honestly, like, there should be a cozy mystery author out there who makes the main character the killer. I would read that. I mean,
you get 3 or 4 books into it, and then like the way to end the series is just that the like detective is the one that killed everyone. I would have been like, what?
It's like an overarching like serial killer plot, and it's actually the love interest.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Julie and Lindsey, please write it down.
They only find out after the proposal, and it's just that much more heartbreaking.
They're married. They're living their happily ever after.
It's shut the front door. It's the honeymoon. And there's been murders going on the whole time for all of the other, like, there's like the main murder, but they're like, oh, there's other murders happening around. Maybe they're connected, but they're never connected, but they can't solve those murders because they're focusing on the one. So you have these underlying murders throughout the thing, and then it just comes out, and then on their honeymoon, it's just like, it's been me, read. End of the series.
Honestly,
I feel like that's too much, but I also feel like it's just enough.
No, it's like, it would break the cozy rules, but we could just indie publish it, and we could do whatever we wanted.
Yeah. It would be detrimental because I feel like it's hard to do the main character where you're keeping.
Okay. Yeah.
We have to write this.
Let's do it. I'm a pantser too, so you got to outline it. Then I'll flesh it out.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that idea.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like it would be really hard to hide it if it was the main character, because you would just, you're in their head, so you kind of have to know. Yeah. So it would have to be someone close to them that's just like, you never suspected it. But if someone is gifted enough and can make it the main character, go for it, because I'd read it too.
It would have to be written in third person, because a lot of cozies are written from first person, from the perspective of the main character. It'd have to be written in third person. Just kind of just a general person on the outside looking in, and that could possibly be pulled off. But I like that it could be the love interest. Aaron, we're writing this.
Yeah, we'll have to have workshop meetings on this.
Yes. I'll throw out all the ideas. I'll help out with it. You guys just have to write it and then be like, thanks to this person for helping.
We'll have you in the acknowledgments. We'll name a character after you.
Oh, thanks. Please don't make me be the one that dies first. Like this book, her name was Jenny, and then at one point they're like Jennifer, and I was like, damn it, I didn't even make it through book 1.
You died. You died right away.
I done died right up front.
We're playing the long game.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Aaron?
Oh, I was going to say we could make it like my 4th grade class, and we could have just 3 gens in there. So.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. I was one of the ones that survived.
Oh, all of our characters are named after our book club members.
There we go. There we go. That makes naming easy.
Yeah. Fucking nice. I'm so excited about this. Okay.
Aren't there 2 Alicias, though?
There are.
Yep, there are.
There are. What are your middle names? In the comments. Go.
They're like, I'll DM that information to you.
They both have the same middle name. Are you crazy?
We'll have to go back to the last name.
We should all secretly submit what we want to see in a cozy, and she has to pick up a certain number from our submissions just for us. She would. She would write it in. She would write it in somehow. So cool. Third person.
Yep.
I would die.
Bianca, I offered myself as tribute. Well, now we can't kill you first.
That's all right. We got our first dead body. All right.
You know what, Bianca? If you die first, we'll bring you back as a ghost. There you go. Problem solved. We keep you in it the whole time too.
The odds are in your favor. Are they? Okay, so we got a Marie.
That's my middle name.
That's my middle name too.
Look at all of us go.
All of us with the same middle name. I was almost a character that writes Tom Shannon. You're right.
All right. Yep.
Or it could be the crazy lady who makes
The good
everyone
friend.
laugh.
Oh man, like all the ant characters, or like the cab driver in this one. All right,
Or the best friend character.
Mhm.
Or you might be the one who dies. We don't know. We don't know yet.
Now the mystery is back into it. All right, Bianca, it'll be one of those. Or will you be the friend that's close that just happens to be the serial killer that kills her on her honeymoon?
Or it
Why
could
would
be
you do
like
that,
our,
Bianca? Why?
or it could be our main character. They come back after like sabbatical somewhere else. They move back to the hometown, which that is a theme for Cozy Mysteries. And then it's like Bianca was her best friend when they went to school, but they've been apart for so long. They're kind of trying to reconnect, but she's a killer.
Nice.
We're giving away our book before we even write it, Aaron.
There has to be added tension too, like maybe they're married to the guy that they convinced their friend not to go out with in high school or something, you know.
Oh my god!
Like, oh, I'm so bitter about that. Oh,
so bitter. Like I had a crush on him, and you told me not to date him, and now you're married. I see how it is. It's fine. Shannon, you would look so good in a kilt. Just saying.
I want to buy a kilt. I know that that's random, but
I feel that kilts are pointlessly gendered. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone can wear a kilt.
Anybody.
100%. I mean, honestly, show me them kneecaps.
Anybody, just show me your knees, please. Thank you.
I'm here for it.
I'm married, Nicole.
I know you want to see my knees.
I'm single though. No I'm kidding.
It's like I'm single. Here's my knee.
Just the one. You have to buy me dinner for the second one.
Well, you just tease it. You want her to subscribe to your OnlyFans, so you know.
There you go. There you go.
Oh my god! You have to buy me dinner for the second knee. I would. I bought you dinner plenty of times. Show me that second knee.
Check your inbox.
Check your inbox. Quilts are for anyone.
Can we bring kilts back? Like seriously, it would make me so happy.
It is.
I
can ask my husband. It's just knees. It's just knees. I was seriously considering selling pictures of my feet at one point. People with foot fetishes. There's a market for it.
One knee tease.
One knee tease. I'm so glad. Still looking for that knee. Oh my god.
4 post-it note. Let's go.
Let's go. I know. Well,
I think we're only up to 4 too.
Yeah. I talked about this already, but it bears repeating. I thought Monroe was the killer before there was even a murder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and his excuse for why he had a black eye. I ran into a door. No one in the history of black eyes has ever believed that excuse, but okay.
I was like, was the doorknob at face level? Because that's not true.
I know, right? It's like 6 foot. Okay, ran into a door.
Oh.
No one has ever believed that excuse, but okay. Oh, okay, yeah. So chapter 8, Jenny's gone. We finally have a dead body.
Sad day, Jenny. It's okay. R.I.P.
Page 72. Page 72 is when we get our dead body.
One knee tease. Oh, I love Lucy. That's
hey, back in 1890, that was a scandalous name to have.
Oh, true.
If you showed your ankles.
I was going to say ankles McGee.
If the ankles were showing, it was bad. You're showing your knees?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
pretty hardcore here.
I know.
Better join a brothel.
I know. She is what they would call at that time a woman of loose morals.
Yes.
Oh gosh, that's so funny. Ankles, so scandalous. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, this was just when Edwin was just like, Hamlet, I'm not going to ask you not to mention the folio, but I would like to ask you to think about not mentioning it. So suspicious. So suspicious. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the gloves. I'm sorry, you're out in public without your gloves on. No.
My favorite is when they're wearing a glove. I've said this multiple times in the live before. Wearing a glove and they go to like kiss their hand and then they touch the bare part of the wrist. I was just like, touch her bare wrist?
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to compromise her?
Yeah.
Where is
Lucky
her
no one saw that.
Where is her chaperone? Honestly, that scene in Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley when he helps her into the carriage, like he's grabbing her hand. And honestly, like I've read some books. With that, I was just like, he's touching her hand. He's touching her hand. Okay. But yeah, it's so funny when it's historical. It's different. I don't know why. I don't make the rules. It just is.
Yeah, you try to do that in a contemporary, and I'm just like, take it all off. Come on.
Contemporary. Why aren't you guys naked yet? That's what I would like to know.
I did my annual reread of Pride and Prejudice recently, and I love that moment where Darcy comments about Bingley's sister and Elizabeth about, oh, I can admire your forms better from here. That's like actually what's pretty scandalous thing to say about it.
I was like, I would fall for that line. I would fall for that pickup line. Like, you're right. Meet me in the library.
No, not in the library.
There's some fan fictions about that. I'm sure you read some.
Yes, there is. I love it. But yeah, that was a risque comment for back then.
I love that so much.
Yeah, for historical, for sure.
I mean, in a historical romance, that's pretty hot. Let's just say that's at least like a 7 or an 8, could possibly be like a 9 or even an 11 if done right.
So you haven't read Bare Knuckle Bastards by Sarah McLean, have you?
I'm scared now.
Don't be scared. It's just the second book is my favorite book in Hattie. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there's a certain scene where she ties her significant other to the mast of a ship and has her away with him. Wow. And I thought, I would allow it.
You're like, I'm here for that. Just kidding, Scarlett. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I will say that reading the Evie Dunmore series, The League of Extraordinary Women, it is a historical, and they do a nice combination of like romance and like the sex. So all of those things are just wonderful. I highly recommend it. Everyone go read it.
Annual reread in the fall. Annual reread is Macbeth. Okay. What do you read? Oh, Pride and Prejudice. Okay. I'm catching up on the chat. Sorry. I've never read it, but I have all of Jane Austen's books, and that's the next one to read. It's great. It's my favorite. Next one is Persuasion.
Yeah, Persuasion's a really close second.
I love Persuasion. Oh, it's so good. It's like the most romantic love letter of all time is in that book.
Oh.
And like,
to push it up my list.
Wentworth.
And for the longest time, it wasn't until we joined book club that I read Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, yeah? Everyone
needs to read that book. I feel like if anyone reads one book in their lifetime, they should read Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice.
Got it.
So good. Hi, hon.
The Count of Monte Cristo twice a year? Holy cow.
That is a chunky book.
Yeah.
Or is it every other year that you read that?
Every other year?
I'm reading it.
Biannual.
I first thought of it as twice a year, and then I was like, maybe she means every other year.
That's a chunky book, though. The letter.
That's one of the few audiobooks that I listened to at one time speed was Count of Monte Cristo, because it was just the slight, older language and the amount that was happening in there.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yes.
I thought you meant Persuasion, and then I was like, I need to absorb everything. I'd be like, yes, absolutely.
For both of them, yes.
Yeah.
Not twice, every other year. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it. Because I was like, that's a chunky book to be reading twice a year.
Yeah.
I feel like it would take you like a half a year to read it.
Finish reading it and be like, all right, and we start from the beginning again.
I can't even do it once a year. I skip a year.
I mean, that's okay. You give yourself a little break in between, pick it back up anew.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. Next post note, tangent's back, is when we meet Tom. Tom and Delaney's wee pub. I just thought, I was like, that's just so like serendipitous. Like, of course they're gonna be together. Why not? Smart way to go. I love this line. It's like, he wore a red and blue kilt, but for some reason it took on a whole new meaning today. On him, a kilt wasn't just interesting, it was interesting. Like, I know exactly what you mean. Yes.
100%. Yep.
Forcing my eyes to keep looking up and not down at Tom's knees in sock-clad calves. Yeah, for real.
I loved it so much.
Kind of like, you know, like, look at his face. Eye contact. Look at his face. Look at his face.
My face is up here is what he should have said to Delaney. You knew he knew.
He did. He was like, I have some pretty spectacular kneecaps. So I'm sure you get faster from reading counts. Yeah, that's true. The more times you read it, they're like, okay, I know.
Bianca, let's take a road trip. It's actually going to have to plane trip first to Scotland. Let's do it. Book a flight.
In real life. I'm just like, just watch out.
Or just wait for, check it out.
Buy my husband a kilt.
I mean, yes. But yeah, sometimes you can find like Highland games in your state. So check that out because we have them in Arizona. Yes. And they go out in kilts. I haven't been myself, but I've seen pictures and I want to go.
You see him at the I've seen at the Renaissance Fair. Yeah, I've seen some guys in kilts at the Renaissance Fair.
Some of them will do it at Comic-Con too if they're dressing as the guy from Braveheart.
Oh yeah, Willie Wallace.
Yeah. Sorry. I was like, did I get the right movie? It didn't feel right, but it was.
You did. I like how, we're a little bit more than halfway through the book, and she is seeing Monroe when she's in that lecture with Genevieve, I think. And yeah, Genevieve. And she's like, I'd have to try and mend our friendship later. I was like, y'all are not friends. You met him one time at the flesh market. You're not friends.
I love in that scene too, where she's like, stay here. I got to go real fast. I'm like, there's no way you're going to come back and he's there.
No way. No way.
Not
I just thought that was so funny. I was like, y'all are not friends. But thank you. Okay, so yeah, when she realizes that the books weren't talking to her. Was that ever explained? Like why the books stopped talking to her?
No.
Got it.
Just happened.
It just happened.
I think it happened after she visited Jenny's apartment. So maybe like, I don't know, because that guy she mentioned how it was super quiet all the time because they were suppressing the noise. So maybe it had something to do with that, but it was never explained. So that's just like a shot in the dark. Which makes you think, like, how many people did he kill previously?
Oh, yeah.
Could be drug overdoses. Like, those ones could be counted against him as well because he's their dealer as well as their landlord.
Shannon, can you answer that? Why did Delaney stop hearing the books?
Wasn't it that the first folio was doing that to be noticed?
Oh,
wasn't
possibly.
That it?
That sounds right. Because as soon as she saw the folio, that's when the voices came back.
So they were like, maybe like he was the first folio was trying to be found kind of thing. And he was like.
Right. But it wasn't like screaming out to her. It was, it was like doing the opposite. But at least that's what I got. I didn't follow all of this book, I have to admit. But yeah, I think I got that at the end.
And they didn't explain why the books stopped talking. I didn't like that, to be honest. You could feel it. It was more a potential device that way. Noticed by... Yeah, because I think she, like, in this particular scene, it was like... What was happening? Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back. I was at the next poster note. Sorry. It says, and I was suddenly struck by a flash of some invisible force that threatened to take my breath away. I stopped walking, couldn't move forward if I wanted to, and for a few beats my heart was loud in my ears. What in the world? What was wrong? So the moment passed as quickly as it had come on. My head cleared and my feet became unfrozen. And that's when she noticed the silence.
Was she at Jenny's apartment?
No, she was in the bookshop because she was asking Hamlet to share like her bagels. Like, want to share my bagel? I haven't had a bite yet. And that was literally. It's like, as I followed him to the back corner table, my eyes scanned the desk and then casually looked over the crowded bookshelf. Okay. She found the rest of the note that was torn up in the desk. So maybe it's just like they were trying to point her in the right direction because she was trying to piece together that letter.
Yeah.
And there was that other piece in the, okay. Okay. Got it. That was a long arc on that. It was physically still at Jenny's building. I understood what you meant. Potential plot device. Maybe silence of books will be explained. Maybe.
I think so. I think it's going to be something that continues within the series.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I also miss things from my audiobook.
That's true. Sometimes I'll realize that I'm not exactly listening. Like, it's like when your mind is going and you're like, okay, the audiobook's going. I know the audiobook's going, but I'm like, I don't know what happened the last couple of minutes. That sometimes happens to me.
And then it's a decision whether or not you go back and re-listen to it or just say, well, I missed that part and we're going to hope I didn't miss anything important.
How long have I not been paying attention?
I know sometimes I'll go back, you do the 30 or 15 second thing and I'm just and I'll start to listen. I'm like, I don't remember any of that. We're just going
we met someone new. They solved the murder. When did that happen? Someone just died.
Just going to go with that. Yep. They were talking about, my other post-it note is they were talking about the lock where they used to drown witches.
Yeah.
And I just thought, hold on, let's look at the comments here for a second. Sorry. I gave myself a longer time to read this one. That's good, because I usually, I start the day before or the day of, and I'm like, got to finish. I do that to myself, though. Too tired, turn it off to re-listen.
Girl Scouts, they sound awesome right now.
I could totally go for some Thin Mints, some Samoas.
Yes, those are my two favorites. Yes.
But go on with your thought, because I have a comment for that as well.
So I just thought, this was just so stupid. The rationalization these people did. Okay, if they drowned, they were found not to be a witch.
Congratulations!
If they drowned, they still died. That is so stupid. Oh, okay.
But then I was just
if they didn't drown because they're can swim. They were determined to be a witch and had to face an even more brutal death than drowning in the place where everyone's waist ended up. And I'm just like, that is so just how did they rationalize? And I feel like they didn't at that point. Obviously, they didn't need any rationalization. They just did whatever they wanted. And I'm just like, okay, it's like if they drown, well, she wasn't a witch. Sorry, guess she's dead now. What? It's so stupid. Okay, sorry. I just stopped that.
I did too.
Drove me nuts. Bianca, you started a few hours before the live. Did you listen to this on 3 times speed? Ma'am. I mean, amazing. As Shannon said. Amazing. I read an article about Girl Scouts had trouble selling all their cookies this year due to COVID. Where are those 100%. I wonder if you can buy them on the Girl Scout website. No Girl Scout cookies here, but have some hazelnut chocolate cookies.
Ooh, that sounds good. You know what also sounds good? Because now that I'm getting hungry, I'm starting to think of all the things. I'm just like Walker's shortbread cookies.
Walker's shortbread cookies. I like shortbread.
They're so good. They basically taste like probably butter cookies, but they're phenomenal.
Shannon, you are absolutely right. Lose-lose. It was a way to silence women. 100%. I keep rewinding with my Lincoln book. That this comment is tripping me out. Henry K. Calhoun Van Buren part is tripping me up. Interesting. I restrict how many I buy, otherwise I will eat them alone in the dark and feel happy but bad about myself. Oh, yes. Can you, like, honestly?
I couldn't. I actually had to turn it down because the accent was so strong. I was like, I need to catch what they're saying.
Oh, Jen, you cut out a little bit.
Oh no, you cut out for me. I was just gonna say that I had to actually slow it down because it was with the accent. I needed to be able to catch it, so I had to like tone it down a bit. So 3-speed, I'm like, that's a lot.
That's true. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting now that Girl Scout cookies now take Apple Pay, or they have those things on the phone where you can have your credit card. I used to have a thing where I was just like, oh, I don't have any cash. I'm so sorry. And they're like, oh, we take card. I'm like, do you?
Don't do that. Don't put that in my, don't do that to me. You know that I'm going to buy your whole table. That's not okay. My waistline can't submit to that.
So true. The witch thing, it was hysteria. Bianca. Yeah, now the fact is, like, I could justify it to myself not to buy Girl Scout cookies because I did not have cash. And they're like, we take card. I'm like, of course you do. It's it's 2021. Of course you take cards. Okay, I'll take all of it. I'll take the lot. Interesting, awesome, random, little known fact. I'm great at accents. Nice. I'm great at accents if I'm like watching a movie or watching a show, and probably for an hour afterward, I'm really great at that accent. If I go to sleep and then wake up the next day, it's a no-go.
It's gone.
It's gone. Shortbread brought us back to Scotland.
Honestly, I went to book.
That's an interesting point, Shannon, because I noticed in listening to this on audiobook that the narrator, like we said, did a great Scottish accent to give to the characters. But I noticed something in the writing that I only learned because I had to look this up, but the booktuber Jean Bookish Thoughts is Scottish, and she did this video where she read Highland Romance to analyze it. And she said that one of the most common things that non-Scottish people do to write Highland Romance or Scottish, thing is that they use the word ken for no. And that was all over this book.
Was. It was.
And I like how there was even like they said when they said like I can this and like, oh, I'm sorry, that means I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
You can be on multiple live streams and be like, okay, today is British, today is Scottish, today is Australian. You have to come multiple times. I bought a few boxes.
Ooh, man, the freezer. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, ooh, if it was in the freezer, like it'd be a nice little cool treat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I actually used to do different ones when I worked retail.
That's awesome, Bianca. That is 100% awesome.
It's a little different that day. Okay, you have to do it now.
Yep.
It's been seconded.
It's been requested.
They did have stuff like I and Ken, etc. That's awesome. I'll have to just like having them read Scottish romance. I think that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Miss Shannon, I can't be on the spot because I just laughed. Same. That is
a good idea.
Or maybe Jen, you can work on that one because you have a phone job.
Oh
yeah, I'd say I wouldn't even be able to do it because I was supposed to be like, "Good day, my name is Jen Jordan," but I'd be like, "Nope, that's already terrible." Like I feel like I've insulted like millions of people. Super sorry, everybody in Australia.
Lose it halfway through, transition to British, a quarter of the way.
The person on the phone is gonna be really. It's like, what the heck is going on?
My supervisor listens to the call, being like, "Were you trying to be Australian? Because you definitely didn't sound it." My bad.
Did not. Yeah, Bianca, change your mind.
You could just randomly throw it in there and we wouldn't have to know. It's fine.
It's totally fine. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, let's go through. Let's see if I can go to a post-it note that we haven't talked about. Okay, so Rosie is saying to Delaney how she should protect her heart from Tom because he's kind of like,
Oh yeah. After she was just like shoving them together, be like, you guys would be super cute together. Next day, need to protect this heart over here. I was like, what is happening with you, Rosie? You can't flip like that.
Rosie's just like, have a one night stand. That's fine. Don't fall in love.
Okay, yes, true. Yep.
But she's like, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Rosie. I promise I won't immediately fall in love with the very handsome Scottish pub owner who looks amazing in both a kilt and pants. And I'm like, I can't promise that. I cannot because I already love him.
They described him in a kilt and I was just like, well, that was it for me. I'm in love.
That is it. I've done it on the phone at my job. No lie. I'm always afraid to get called out by my supervisor. Our quality. Do it. Doesn't everything have to be in the freezer in AC in Arizona due to melting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ice cream.
So does anybody keep butter on their counter? Just like a butter in a container on their counter? Because I feel like my mother-in-law
during the winter.
I know. My mother-in-law does that. She just keeps butter on the counter in a little butter dish. And I'm just like, I tried that one day and literally my stove was just full of butter because it melted as things do when it's hot.
I was like, ice cream thaws real fast though, so it's nice to be able to scoop. Like in the winter, you're like, use every muscle you have, and in the winter, it's like, whee.
So Alicia, you keep butter on the counter, okay? Bianca says butter goes in the fridge. South Texas, yes, you have a climate very much like Arizona, so yes, butter goes in the fridge. But it's frustrating because when you're trying to spread butter on your toast or your bread,
it's cold.
It's the worst. You almost have to set it out for a few minutes, let it kind of warm up a little bit. Hopefully you can get that nice little layer off the top that smooths on.
I always think, okay, get the butter out before you start cooking anything because so it can soften. I never do. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I need butter. It's in the refrigerator.
You ever try to make... Go ahead, Jen.
No, you go, Iron.
No, go ahead, Jen.
I was going to say, at least in the summer, it's pretty easy where you can just like stick it outside for like 10 minutes and like, okay, now you're just like a nice little puddle. Let's go.
Pour it on.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to make a comment about baking chocolate chip cookies in the summer, and they're not chocolate chip cookies by the time you get them in the oven. The chocolate chips have melted.
No.
Yep. Accurate.
Has anyone bought that butter thingy that's viral on Amazon? I wasn't aware there was a butter thingy that's viral on Amazon. I used to do that with butter on the counter, but yes, it's like a little butter dish. Yeah.
Right.
Overnight. It's like even in the winter, it's like an hour and you're good.
Exactly. Right?
Shannon, you could bake
room temperature.
You can put cookie dough in a car in Arizona, and you can have cookies by the time you come back out. And it gets that hot in your car. 100%. It's insane. They actually did that for the news.
No, I'm in Oregon. I lived in Missouri for a while though. More humid heat there though.
That's crazy.
I should try it. I want to things that like I'm born and raised in Arizona, and I've never cooked an egg on the sidewalk, which I want to. Well, I want to. I want to do it, and then make cookies in your car. I want to do it. Yeah, just put it on a baking sheet and then put it in your your dash, window. Under the window. Yeah, you
could literally do that, Nicole. Tomorrow, get Tool House. You don't get the reference. You're not friend. You're not friend. Okay.
You've spoken
at least get that reference. Get it.
Was that
put
Friends?
it in your car.
Let's meet at the house.
And then on your lunch break, so that's what, like 5 hours you'll have it, or on your lunch break, put it in there, and then definitely between lunch and the time you leave, you'll have cookies when you don't even work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's not going to happen.
I'll put it in the blog.
It's
great.
Yeah, that's impressive. It happens.
Oh, you sent it to me on Insta, the butter thingy. Okay, here we go. Ooh. They wouldn't be crispy though.
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Maybe.
It just
depends.
Depends.
Dry it out.
Yeah. How much moisture is trapped in your car? Just leave a glass of water.
Like, how humid is it? Oh, this butter thingy. I've never seen this before.
I've not seen that. What the heck is that?
I have no idea.
Butter.
It's a butter thingy.
Oh wait, is that the ball thing? Where it's like a
ball thing?
It shapes the butter into a ball or something like that, and I don't know. You do this weird twisty thing, and
a butterball thing. I've heard of those.
A butter lover's dream. Once you start using this butter keeper, you don't settle for hard butter again. But yeah, mine was like it was a rectangle. It was like a rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the rectangle.
Those classic ones that you just put the stick. Yeah.
I've not seen this.
I think I watched a TikTok over Lane's shoulder that had that thing in it. But, yeah.
So crazy.
Nestle Cafe near your house. I buy cookies every day. There's no recipes. We have to add our own recipes and tips. So you put what you want to use in the lid and warm it. Oh, okay. So the whole butter stick goes in the bottom, and then you put what you want. Got it. Sounds like it's time for that egg and cookies. Yes. I've never done it. But it's kept in the fridge.
Weird. That's weird to me. I'll allow it though.
Facebook recommended.
Damn it, Facebook, get out of my life.
Honestly, now that I'm looking this up, it'll be a Facebook ad.
All the time.
Literally tomorrow.
And because we're talking about it, I'm sure my phone's picking it up being like, everybody here.
Have this amazing butter thingy. Okay. Oh yeah. And then Rosie was back to the tangent. Sorry. And Rosie was like, when she's like, I'm going to go have my first real Scottish whiskey. And Rosie's like, oh dear, perhaps I should go with and act as a chaperone. Tonka said, you're welcome for changing your life with this butter thingy.
Butter and kilt ads. Nice.
I wouldn't mind the kilt
I'll take
ads.
the kilts.
I wouldn't mind it.
Phone, send me kilt ads.
Send me kilt ads.
Here we go.
Please. Oh yeah, this is my next post note is we got a kiss. Kiss first book?
Yay.
I'm sorry, is this a cozy mystery or an erotic romance? Okay.
Let's slow it down here.
The brakes a bit. My gosh. So funny. They didn't smack foreheads. It wasn't awkward. That's fine.
I liked how they said that too. They were just like, it was perfectly matched and we ended at the same time. And I was just like, oh dang. Nice job.
Perfectly
done.
That is funny. I did think then when they said they both leaned forward at the same time, so it's like headbutt. That's just
that's just what you do. When
crack
you lean
teeth at
the
least.
And okay, so when Tom sends her roses and on the first date, give me a fan. I know, right? Got a kiss. Sends her roses and then has a card. Thank you for a lovely evening. I can't wait until our second date. Next time I'll wear the kilt. I'm like, threaten me with a good time. Tom!
Feeling like we're not going to leave. You're going to pick me up, but you're going to pick me up from the door and take me to the bedroom. That's just how it's going to happen.
He's wearing the kilt because it's easy access. She'll have to wear a kilt too. It's not going to work if she has pants on, you guys. It'll work.
True.
Okay. Okay, so this is my next post notes when we find out that Harry is actually Harry. We almost 2 hours into the live, and we have not said who the killer is.
I mean, we mentioned that it was the landlord. I couldn't remember his name, though. So
the landlord is the one that killed Jenny. And I'm like, wrong again. I thought it was Rosie or Monroe. So I did not guess.
That's right. Drugs. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yes. Like everyone's just like, oh yeah, it was just a bad drug deal gone wrong. And everyone had conflicting stories about, if she was clean or not, or if she was, like, I'm just like, man. So. Yeah.
Did anyone find it odd that she kept telling herself, it's like, well, I should have played harder to get. It's like, why? You like him, don't you?
Don't play hard to get. I thought exactly that. She's like, I should play harder to get, but I was like, I didn't have anything to do that night, so I said yes. And I'm like, why play harder to get? I mean, at this rate, we're gonna have a banging scene in book 2. I mean, do it.
We can only hope.
Fingers crossed. Like, go have a good time, girl. I mean, God. Forgotten that, especially as with the first date and dropped off at the door. Yes. Just a little peck.
Yep.
The inspector was also there.
That would have been real awkward.
I know, he just comes out like, I'm sorry to interrupt. But
I've got some questions for you, and I wanted to make sure you were okay.
I guess really? I didn't. We met him, and I did not give him a second thought.
I should have known, but no.
That was weird about the conflicting stories. Yeah, Monroe was just like, oh yeah, she was using all the time. Or not, It wasn't Monroe. I think it was Harry? The landlord.
It was one of them that was saying
somebody was just like,
she's the next door neighbor that came out in a robe.
And then Edwin was just like, oh no, she was getting clean, she was, sobering up. And I'm just like, well, what is it? Because
the bad part of town.
Everyone said, like, I know where Jenny lives. It's kind of even Tom was like, I know where Jenny lives. It's kind of a bad part of town. And Elias was like, you shouldn't go by yourself. I'll drive you. It's like midnight. They're having dinner or sandwiches or something. Like, guys, go. And she's like, no, I'm going to go right now. I'm like, wait until the daylight. Have a brain cell. I mean, come on.
I want to experience it like I was there. No, you don't.
I thought it was great that they kissed and like each other. External conflict, but not relationship conflict. It's too early for that. Just wait for the relationship conflict in book 2.
We know it's going to be there. It's either going to go really well or it's going to go really bad. There's only 2 options.
I feel like that happens. Like, it's either a very slow burn until their first kiss and like starting the relationship, or they start off like right away and then something happens and they like, oh, we can't be together, that stupid reason.
Yeah.
He gave me shady vibes because cab driver said it was a bad part. Stay away. Got it. It's quiet for a reason. Oh, like the apartment complex was quiet? He did say that. I remember saying that. It was the neighbor on the other floor who said Jenny was using. Got it. And the whole him telling her everything scene. That was too much and too easy for him not to be the killer. Got it.
Didn't even translate to me. I was just like, yeah, okay.
I was stuck on Rosie. Sweet little Rosie.
Hamlet was mine. Well, I think I suspected Edwin more than I suspected Hamlet. And then Hamlet wasn't there. And I was like, oh, dang. It be him.
I honestly thought, I was like, you probably killed your sister. I thought the quiet for a reason was a good twist. It wasn't clear why. It actually was explained. Sure. All right. 2 hours into this live stream. Anybody have anything else that we did not go over that you want to talk about?
Let us know. While they're doing this, why don't you go ahead and tell us about, the upcoming lives while they put their thoughts into comments.
Yeah. So our next live stream is going to be next week, the 24th. We're just chatting with Julie and Lindsey. I mean, we don't really have any kind of set thing that we're going to be talking about. Obviously, we're going to be talking about her new indie cozy series.
Is it the 23rd?
24th?
23rd? It's
Did I
Wednesday.
say that? Is it the 23rd? Jen knows. Okay.
It would be if it's Wednesday, it's the 23rd.
It's the 23rd.
Okay.
In my defense, I was not looking at my calendar when I changed these.
No, you're fine, because I was just like, that's fine by me, but I get off work at 6, and that's only if I get off on time. So the 23rd, woohoo!
23rd. I changed it. It's fine. I was not looking at my calendar. My goodness.
Everyone smile. Screenshot.
Now that it's correct.
You took a screenshot of the incorrect one, delete it.
Oh, delete it immediately. That's so terrible. But so yeah, we're going to be talking with Julie, so it's going to be great, and be there. Do it. Okay. Hold on. I'm catching up with the comments. I thought it was more like Monroe or Burke, one of that crowd. From the flesh market, 100%. Will you guys keep reading this series? Yeah, I am interested to continue on. I don't know when I will, though. I haven't even gotten a sense if people like the book.
Oh, you missed our ratings, though. That's probably why.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I gave it 4, Jen gave it 4, Aaron gave it 3, and there were a few who gave it 4 in the comments. Keep reading. Takes a lot for me to DNF. I mean, it was entertaining. I would like just to see more of Tom. Wednesday. Thank you, Shannon. Appreciate it.
I know. As soon as I saw the 24th, like immediate like panic sweats kicked in, and I was like, "Oh God! Like, can it be 6:15 in case I get stuck on a call? Like, I'm gonna need to set up my room,
set up your room ahead of time. Why don't you post Central Time? I do when I post times for the Percy Jackson or Uncle Rick read along because Bree is Central Standard Time. I love that you always smile with the screenshot. It's a thing because I've noticed that, you know, whenever I'm watching other booktubers and they are talking about a book that I was like, oh that sounds interesting, I'll take a screenshot, and it's always like the worst face possible. So it's like, I'm like, okay, smile. I just read the end. Awesome. 4 stars.
4, yay.
Here's my conclusion. You're welcome.
That's all right.
It's okay. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
I know that. So yeah, next live stream. And then for those who are following it's now the Uncle Rick read along, because this is wrong. It says Percy Jackson. But it's going to be the Serpent Shadow, July 8th. That date is correct, I think. Yes, July 8th. Shut up, Jen.
I think he sent it to me at one point too. You might want to check the live stream because I'm pretty sure you put the 24th, and I corrected it on Facebook. But
did I even on StreamYard? I'm gonna check after I'm with this.
Yeah, might want to just check that one.
You know what? It happens. So yeah, if you want to take a screenshot. Okay.
I love how we all like tilt our head to the same direction. We're just like,
I know I did it the wrong way last time, so I mean,
be different, Aaron. It's fine. You got this.
My good side. It's my good side. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. As soon as Nicole starts putting those up, I'm just like, find something to laugh about, because when you laugh, you smile.
Yeah.
Just hoping that you don't have like a weird eye thing going on.
Oh, I always my eyes get like, I feel like when I smile, I can't see my eyes.
Your squinty eyes.
Yeah, my eyes just close. I don't know why. So then when I try to smile and have my eyes open, I look like a serial killer.
Yeah, you do.
I just blame my Japanese grandmother for my squintiness. So,
there you go. Do you have any heritage such as that, Nicole?
I don't.
I mean, say that someone adopted you, it's fine.
No. I don't know what it is about my face.
You just might have like a smaller eye. I don't know if that's even a thing, like smaller eyes, so that when you smile, because it's not like that. It's just like it's when you smile, like your face scrunches up enough that it's just, oh, don't do that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like when I try to smile with my eyes open, I look like a serial killer.
I mean, in your defense, you live in Arizona all your life. Usually when you smile, someone's taking a picture into the sunlight, so you do have to squint. So you probably just got used to it, okay?
Yeah.
That is the likelihood of what happened.
What we do is we just have our eyes closed, like, okay, you have to count down
3,
so we can open
2,
our eyes.
1. Blinding light. They get the photo. You just can't see for a few seconds.
Wow. Today I learned there's a photo taking technique in Arizona.
I mean, you have to, because they always, every time someone's just like, oh, you guys look super cute, let's take a picture. You are always facing the sun, and it's always beating right into your eyes. It's just like there's no in between. Nobody ever comes up and then does that, because as soon as they do it and the sun's behind you, they're like, oh, your face is too dark. We're gonna have to have you move around.
Uh-huh.
And I can't see.
Can't be backlit.
No, you can't. And then it's like, so if you have your eyes open the whole time, you're going to see little dots in front of your face.
And then the eyes start to water. Like if they don't take the picture fast enough,
the eyes start to water. Yeah. Julie can tell us about her 50 upcoming books.
Yep.
First cozy mystery ever with you lovelies, a bar set high.
We did talk with her once before. Oh no. Oh, did you sneeze again, Aaron?
Did you see
it was just sneezing again.
I got it. Nailed it.
I don't need to share that with everyone.
We have actually done a live stream with Lindsey before.
Once before, yep.
Yes.
Yay.
About the next 3 books. Y'all should make a heart with your hands connecting.
Like, wait, between us?
Like this way?
Okay. God. Where's my screen? Other side.
Like
wait, hold on. I can't. I don't know. Okay.
It's so hard. Someone take a screenshot.
It's so hard.
I love how we go to the wrong side, because everything is flipped, so you're just like, Aaron, you did the easy job. I want that one. You're like, no, dibs on this one. This is super easy.
Aaron's like, yeah, let's do it.
Get it together, you two.
Aaron, you know us. We're never together. We're hot.
I'm right with you there. It's you guys were close.
Well, it's just so funny too, because we both went to the wrong side first, because it just, yeah. Oh god. Do we have to do it again? Aaron's like, yeah, we're good.
Let's do it again, guys.
I can do this all day.
It's so hurtful. Words hurt.
Oh my god.
It's not good that I have to go to the bathroom so bad right now. It makes it like 10 times more difficult.
Oh my god. Guys.
I mean, her eyes may have been open, let me just tell you.
Oh my gosh. So cute. Oh. So cute. Thank you, Shannon. Heart success.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Lives 2 weeks in a row. Oh my god, that hurt my back.
Might even be 3 if we do the book club after dark. You just never know.
Yeah.
Oh, then it would be 4 because we have one after that. Oh, damn. Are we back to weekly?
We've got back to weekly.
Nicole, Lane, and I think we're going to try and read your list that you gave them for July, and we're gonna do a video vlog about it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Let me send it to you. Oh, you just take a screenshot. Come on. She hasn't sent it yet. I'm way too intoxicated to be making a heart. Come on. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to put the next live stream up just so we have it. Okay.
I was like, that one's probably going to be a long one. I know that Julie might have to keep it.
Gosh,
I mean, she's so busy. Oh, man.
Okay. Is it amazing?
It is everything I hope for and more, but my eyes are closed.
So no Arizona sun in your eyes. Dang it.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it up here. See if I can.
Open your eyes, Nicole.
Man, it's not possible.
We should have done it while this was up. That would have been so much more.
That would have been a lot of fun. But
Oh yes,
it's nice.
I'm very excited about it, Shannon. Sorry to interrupt, Nicole. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's totally fine. I just thought it was awesome that Bianca's comment is there, just because she made us do it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, we're good then. True.
We need commercial breaks for bathroom breaks. Yes.
Well, we just need some sponsors. Once we have some sponsors, we can throw in
my
some commercial
ads.
breaks.
My ads for live streams play at the beginning.
Thank you. For anyone that does that, please put it at the beginning, because honestly, once I get into the movie, I don't want, if you stop it, I will legit end the video. I don't care if I need if it ends on a cliffhanger and I'll never know if that little kitten survives. I will stop immediately. I hate it so much. Just throw it all at the beginning and call it a day.
Well, I think for YouTube, I don't think you can control where your ads go. I don't think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't.
I haven't figured that part out yet. I've been monetized for like a week, you guys. So,
well, if it's an option, only put it at the beginning.
And
if it's at the end, I end the video and I'm like,
I know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he's
yeah.
Do we need to do it again?
Oh my gosh. What an awesome way to end the live stream. We've got talent, not at keeping my eyes open, but I have other talents.
Oh, man.
All right, everybody. Oh, wait. We have one more comment that's taking forever to come to StreamYard. I see it on YouTube, not on StreamYard. Here we go. We'll probably write a book.
We're going to ask her too many questions for her to be able to do that.
She's going to write a whole book.
Yeah.
They put them in odd spots. The ads, I know.
Kills me.
I hate it when it's like, oh my God, let me tell you, insert ad.
Yeah. And it's not, usually my ads are like 30 seconds long and I can't skip it. And I'm like, I don't care.
My ads are skippable, but please don't. Don't skip
I
my
just give YouTube their due. I give them their $16 a month.
You can. They can. They did change it semi-recently. It was very because of all of a sudden so many videos were having very badly placed ads. Okay, well, I'll have to look into that because I had no idea. She's got the skills. She does. She could write a whole book.
I mean, she could probably do both of them. It's not that I wouldn't put it past her.
In the settings. Okay, I'll check it out. All right, everybody. Well, I think this is the longest live stream that we've had in the last couple of weeks. Oh, but that's fine. I love it. I look forward to our Wednesdays.
Yes.
I do.
All right. All right, everyone. Thank you, Erin, for joining us again.
Of course.
In the description, I was like, Erin's our special guest, but you're really a season regular.
At this point, yes.
You are a season regular. Awesome.
No, I always enjoy being on with you two. And any other guests that happen to be on.
Bianca, it's a one-time thing. It's kind of like Jen's knees. If you want to see
that's
time.
right.
Now you have to go back.
You get that one.
Nicole put the ad just in front of it, so they have to listen to the ad.
You have to watch the ad. Just see me. Oh, this was a great live.
It really was.
I'm back. Oh my gosh. Okay, everyone, you have a wonderful night. We'll see you next week, and have a great one. Stay cool out there. I know it's not as hot as some places, but whew.
Our air finally came on. Whoa, whoa.
Awesome.
Love it. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night. Again, thank you. Bye.
Bye.